Okay, you have to scan again. I start another live streaming section because it's not good to live stream for too long to YouTube. We already live stream just now about 1.5 hours. So now we live stream again for another 1+ hour. Okay, scan again. And now you need this already because I'm going to demo the system. And you need to use your mobile phone and the earphone to listen later on, the live interpretation section. So make sure you scan this. Okay, everyone, done? Okay, so as I promised you just now, you have a chance now to select whatever language you want to listen to the short video just now. First language, what? Choose. Just tell me. You want to listen to the video just now? In what? In English. From English to English. Okay. After that? Chinese. After that? Huh? Japanese. Okay.
Your grandchildren may be the final generation to truly read and write. I realize that may sound strange, almost unimaginable, given how deeply text surrounds us in every aspect of daily life. We rely on it countless times throughout each day, and it is steadily becoming an inseparable part of the fabric of our everyday lives. Today, however, I want to argue that humanity's relentless quest to discover more powerful ways to share ideas and safeguard knowledge does not conclude with text. I believe we are standing at the dawn of a transformative new era defined by eye-powered communication. I believe that future generations will gradually move away from text, embracing more natural and intuitive forms of communication such as audio, video, and eventually fully immersive technologies. And one day, I believe we will look back on reading and writing as cultural relics of the past, much like we now regard papyrus scrolls, hieroglyphs, or ancient cave paintings. Don't misunderstand me. I truly love reading. This isn't a personal attack on text itself. Some of my fondest memories come from wandering through my local library in Copenhagen, which you can see behind me. I would spend hours selecting all kinds of books, mostly science fiction, then eagerly take them home to read, only to return soon after to discover the next captivating set of stories awaiting me.
Okay, so is it easier for you to understand with this one? Use the voiceover, yes? Pardon? Yes.
Go through the type of large language models, AI powered during the translation process.
Yes, yes.
Then I noticed the original video
Yeah, it's actually not exactly the same because here, as I mentioned just now, I make improvement of the sentence before I generate again. If I want to have the same one, then I will use the auto only without the plus. So this later on when you use the system, you will be able to choose whether you want to make improvement or you want to follow the original. That is why, very good, you notice the difference. Okay, so I think for English, we will stop up to here. Next is Chinese, then I will just select Mandarin.
你的孙辈们可能会是最后一代真正投入阅读和写作的人。我意识到这听起来可能有些奇怪，甚至难以想象，尤其是在一个文字无处不在的世界里。我们每天无数次依赖它，而它正稳步融入我们日常生活的方方面面。然而，今天我想提出一个观点：人类为寻找更有效的方式来分享思想和保护知识而进行的不懈追求，并不会因修正文字而终结。我相信我们正站在一个由人工智能驱动的交流所定义的新纪元门槛上。我相信未来的世代将会逐渐远离传统文本，转而接受更自然、更直观的交流形式，例如音频、视频，并最终拥抱完全沉浸式的技术。
Okay, I think that's probably enough, just for you to have a feel. You don't really have to fully understand this video, but I just want to show you the first ability of Sister Jati is given any video clip, it can process and translate it into most of the languages, you know. So next is Japanese, huh? Huh? You really want Czech?
No, I want like Korean or something.
Huh?
Korean.
Korean,
Yeah.
okay. Because everybody is watching a lot of Korean movie. Now, if you watch any Korean movie, you can use my system to just translate.
진정으로 이코스는 마지막 세대가 될지도 모른다. 그런 생각이 앞서고 친절은 상상하기 어렵게 느껴질 수 있다는 것을 압니다. 특히 글자가 우리를 사막에서 둘러싸고 있는 세상에서는 더욱 그렇습니다. 우리는 하루 동안 수없이 그것에 의존하며 그것은 꾸준히 우리 일상생활의 본질적인 일부로 스며들고 있습니다. 그러나 오늘부터는 인류가 아이디어를 공유하고 지식을 보고할 보다 효과적인 방법을 찾으려는 끝없는 탐구가 문자로만 끝나지 않는다고 주장하고 있습니다.
Okay, now, next is Malay. So let you listen to Malay. How does it look like?
Saya sedar bahwa ide itu kedengaran pelik, malah sukar dibayangkan, khususnya dalam dunia yang dipenuhi teks bertulis di setiap sudut. Tujuan yang kepadanya berkali-kali sepanjang setiap hari, dan dia semakin lama semakin sebatang di dalam setiap aspek kehidupan sehari-hari kita. Hari ini, walau bagaimanapun, saya ingin menunjukkan bahwa usaha saya dan manusia untuk mencari cara yang lebih berkesan bagi berkongsi ide dan melindungi pengetahuan tidak berakhir dengan kata-kata yang tertulis.
Okay, any more languages? No more, then we stop.
Cantonese. Yeah. Someone mentioned Cantonese.
Cantonese. Cantonese not allowed because the original language, source language is not Chinese.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, maybe Cantonese is part of what you mentioned.
Japanese. Yeah.
Anyway, the system can translate to more than 70 languages. 70. So most of the language you choose will be okay. And later on, when you play with the system, you choose what language you want to translate. So Japanese is a bit slow. Have I clicked run?
Spanish.
Oh, okay, I know. Japanese I have not generated. So if you want, you have to be go.
Spanish. Spanish.
Okay, this I am showing you how in real running, when you translate a video into another language. It's not that fast, huh? You have to go through the process. Just now it can be fast because I have translated already. I just replay it.
Kutu-kutuku bisa jadi generasi pungkasan sing tenang maca lan nulis. Aku nyadari yang gagasan ini kadang aneh, malah ora bisa.
This is not Japanese certainly. Because just now I missed choose a language, so Javanese. Instead of Japanese, I choose Javanese. So you have to be very careful when you choose the language. Otherwise,
本当に読み書きができる最後の世代になるかもしれません。その考えは奇妙で、彼には想像もつかないものに思えるかもしれません。特に至るところで文字に囲まれているこの世界では、私たちは毎日数えきれないほどそれに頼っており、そしてそれは着実に私たちの日常生活の基盤そのものに織り込まれつつあります。しかし今日、私は人類がより効果的にアイデアを共有し、知識を守る方法を探し続けてきた切ない関係は、文字によって終わるものではないと主張したいのです。Sus nietos pueden ser la última generación que realmente le escriba. Me doy cuenta de que esa idea parece extraña.
I don't know whether this is Spanish or not. Huh? I have totally no idea of Spanish.
Confiamos en ello innumerables veces a lo largo de cada día y se va entretejiendo de manera constante en el mismo tejido de nuestra vida cotidiana.
Okay, I think we have spent enough time on this. Let's move on to others. Okay, so that is basically on video. Huh? Actually, video is nothing to do with me because I'm using all the existing player, recorder, live streaming, social media platform to facilitate the capturing and the simulation for you to watch. Now is my part. This is the program I have developed. So here, as I mentioned just now, we are basically using the most advanced AI from the large language model for speech recognition, speech synthesis, machine translation. And you can also do summary. For example, every 3 minutes, you display a summary if the user is interested for the summary. Or you can also use the OCR. OCR means optical character recognition. For example, here, my slide is in English. If you don't understand English, of course, I can select the English word and ask. Or Google image processing is very good now. You can text the image and just replace the selected area from English into Chinese, Japanese, Korean, or whatever. Then the system will be able to display back this translated slide, so you can watch the selected text in the language you want. Okay, that will take slightly more time, so it will cause more delay, so it depends whether the user really needs that or not. Okay, so these are the AI facility I mentioned just now, which we are using. And this is the description. I think for here, I'm not going to talk much on this, even though I can talk on this for day and night. This is what basically my 30 over years work. So before we go to Sister Jati, maybe good for you to look at what other existing facilities available in the market now.
Spanish interpreter.
All right, Spanish.
How are you doing today?
Estoy un poco nerviosa por la fiesta de Navidad.
Spanish.
I'm a little nervous about the Christmas party.
Okay, Google, Japanese interpreter.
Sure, let's start.
Would you find this useful on holiday?
これは休日に役立つと思いますか？
はい、役に立つと思います。
Yes, I think that's useful.
Where can I get some coffee?
Wo kann ich Kaffee bekommen?
That cafe is awesome.
Okay, this is nothing great, huh? Because your handphone, you use the Translate, Google Translate, you can do this now already.
Will announce at the show the X1 Interpreter Hub, a new real-time interpreter designed for meetings. The developers call it, quote, the world's first multilingual simultaneous translation system. The system works out of the box without the need to download a separate app. In face-to-face meetings, two devices connect together to initiate translation of conversation. The handheld devices include headphones similar to previous continental products. In total, the X1 can support up to 20 people simultaneously in 5 different languages. That's really cool. We could have definitely used one of these at the World Robot Conference trade show in China. For a review of that show last year, check out the description.
Okay, this is another one. I think most of you probably have buy some of the gadgets where you can just, hopefully you can listen whatever language in your preferred language.
Hi Jen, my name is Michael. I'm a co-founder at Tallow AI. Thanks for joining the call today. Before we begin, do you speak English?
Un poquito.
No problem. In that case, I'll enable my English to Spanish translator right now. As you're aware,
Como sabes, Talo ofrece servicios de traducción y como puedes escuchar, ahora
I understand that you
entiendo que trabajas en marketing y me encantaría saber más sobre tu negocio y si tienes alguna pregunta inicial para nosotros.
Well, perfect. Thank you very much for that. We have a company of about 30 people. The problem is that nobody speaks any language other than Spanish. So we are looking for a solution that will perhaps have many more languages for our marketing channel. What languages do you have?
Okay. So basically, these three I show you, one is using Google Translate over your mobile phone. The second one is you need to buy special device. The third one is web-based, cloud-based. So you can just subscribe and use it. And this is not what Sister Chati doing. Huh? This one is everywhere. And I think interpreters still needed for many of the conversations interpretation. Most of these tools is impressive for demo. If you really buy it to you, you will find a lot of funny results. So the interpreter still needs for helping people to communicate. Okay, next is for video conferencing system. This one also, most of the video conferencing will have this.
Choose another language. It's set to English, so go to Spanish or whatever language you want, and then hit translate. Now, if you look, all of the captions are in Spanish, so when your teacher and classmates talk in English, it comes up on the bottom of the screen in Spanish. It works best when people are talking slowly, so you might need to remind your teacher to do that.
Okay, it's real time, but as suggested just now, you have to advise your lecturer to talk slowly so that it won't go so fast. That is what I try to avoid. You shouldn't do it real time. It's just too troublesome for the audience to read. The same also for the team.
But if you have a meeting with multiple people, multiple languages, here is turn on live captions. So I'm going to do it, Christian's going to do it, and if we had a meeting with 20 people, I would tell all 20 people to do it. You didn't see it pop up with a little screen that says, do you want English to be your default language? And I said yes, so that is why you're seeing this in English. But what is cool is, I can be viewing this in English. Christian, who speaks multiple languages, he can pull this up in French or Romanian or whatever he wants to. So since I'm recording, I actually am going to swap this, even though I don't speak those languages. You hit the three dots down at the very bottom where the captions are running. Do not go to change spoken language. That is where a lot of people mess this up at. You just want to go to captions, English, whatever that language is. Click there, and then you can change it. So I'm going to actually go to French.
That's just for you as a participant.
That is correct, which is a cool feature. The Christian could be looking at this in Romanian or Spanish or whatever he wants to.
Now everything
Christian,
in
I know
French.
your company is got multiple countries, multiple.
Okay, so these are mainly subtitles so that they can do it in real time.
How does it work? Once you've created a Kudo AI account, run your meeting or video conference as normal. Using our language selector, participants can then choose which language they want to hear you speak. They'll also be able to follow live captions in that language from their screen, making it perfect for international all-hands meetings or language and development programs. And if your meeting or event is live, participants can access Kudo AI on any device by simply scanning a QR code. Because inclusivity, connectivity, and growth.
Okay, so these are the three examples. There are many available now, if it's for subtitle or caption. So the last one is for a live event, like now. When I give a talk, then this service provider will be able to now interpret on the spot.
I'm here with Kudo, and we're presenting right here at ISC 2024 Language Accessible Room. Kudo is a company that is offering software and solutions for providing simultaneous interpretation, either with human interpreters or with this product that you see right here, which is fully AI. So you can have, as you see here on the screen, you can have interpretation into more than 30 languages, fully provided by artificial intelligence, and also captions for your live events and meetings. So this product that we're launching right here, Language Accessible Rooms, is for permanent installations in public places, for example, where you want to give access to language to anybody coming in the room. If you want to know more about this, or
So for this one, normally they will have a separate room for those who want to watch the whatever presentation in their language. Because otherwise it will be quite disturbing if everybody sit together and you have another video talking in another language while the presenter present in their native language.
Members who speak different native languages and need access to translation and captions. These language barriers lead to low engagement and inclusivity. Human interpreters are options, but high costs and complex logistics limit their use to a small number of meetings at large organizations. Wordly solved the problem with the first AI real-time translation and captioning platform. Wordly captures the speaker's audio, processes it through our system, and delivers results in real time, enabling presenters and attendees to participate in their preferred languages. Joining a session is fast and easy. Scan the QR code with your phone. Select from dozens of languages. Click Attend. And start reading the translated captions. You can also unmute your phone and listen to translated audio. You can join a session from your phone, tablet, or computer. Wordly provides everything you need to offer live translation and captioning. We cover all major international languages, all event formats, and all output options. You can use Wordly with all major meeting platforms and event services companies. Wordly consistently delivers high-quality results, and it's much more affordable than human interpreters. Wordly is a proven solution used by over 1,000 organizations and 2 million users worldwide. For dozens of use cases, make your organization more inclusive and accessible. Schedule a personalized demo.
Okay, this one is probably very near to what we are working on here, but I think it's a bit expensive and you are not able to operate on your own. So for those who want to have your own solution to operate, then you can try other solution. This is a cloud-based. Okay, so basically, as I mentioned just now, this is a comparison of Sister Chatty versus existing video translation. Here we are using YouTube. So as I mentioned just now, YouTube at the moment, you can actually select any of the subtitle once you upload, not real time, but after 1 day, normally they will enable the subtitle for you, and it will display in a short segment like this. And most of the time, they just translate directly from the short segment. So you will probably find some of the translation is a bit weird and not continuous, okay? And that is the reason why for Sister Chatty, in order to be more smooth or continue in your translation, we try to capture the full sentence and then improve it before we translate into another language. So for example here, this is the original one. Okay, unfortunately, this voice is associated to my computer.
对中国而言，从中亚到中东地区属于其地缘政治上必须重视与维护的关键区域。
Oh, it doesn't work also.
For China, the regions stretching from Central Asia to the Middle East are key areas that must be given geopolitical attention and safeguarded.
Okay, anyway. maybe a video will be easier for you to understand. Between YouTube, okay, from a language you don't know, French. Then you will have subtitle like this appear. You try to read.
En fait, rien ne s'applique. Donc Donald Trump, d'un côté, ne veut pas du multilatéralisme, si ce n'est quand lui l'a décidé et quand ça ne l'intéresse pas. Donc on sent que la rupture, elle se renforce toujours un peu plus. Qui dit-il en fait quel pays peut-être plus directement que d'autres quand il dit ça, Donald Trump?
Lui, disons, c'est les pays majeurs. Donc les pays majeurs, c'est le peu majeur, c'est le Royaume-Uni, la France. Voilà, donc deux sont dotés de l'arme nucléaire, mais ce serait, je peux dire aussi que quelques juristes rappellent à M. Trump comment fonctionne l'OTAN. Il nous rappelle les quelques articles. Le traité de l'Atlantique Nord, c'est à 4 réconversions, donc ça se met en 3 minutes. Et on voit qu'aucun article ne s'applique juridiquement en cas de figure qui nous intéresse, c'est la guerre. Non, c'est une guerre qui a été déclenchée pas en nombre de temps, en l'occurrence les États-Unis, une guerre d'agression.
So are you able to read that fast?
它完全忽视了这一地区通常并不属于北约行动的地范围，而北约毕竟主要是一个以防御为使命的地方，因此什么都不是。一方面，唐纳德、特朗普并不希望出现多边主义，除非这样做能够符合他自己的利益，并由他本人决定。可以看出，裂痕正在不断加深。马克思、阿塞利安，他的言辞究竟是针对谁？唐纳德、特朗普在这样讲话时，他可能更直接指的是哪个国家？他显然是在对主要国家讲话，也就是那些发挥核心作用的国家，如英国、德国和法国。在这些国家中，有2个拥有核力量。也许有些法律专家提醒特朗普先生，北约的运作方式以及规范北约的主要条款会是有益的。北大西洋公约只占1张双面纸，读完它几乎只需3分钟。我们发现，没有任何条款在法律上适用于与我们相关的情境，也就是涉及伊朗的冲突局势。这是由北约成员国之一及美。
Okay, so that is basically using the subtitle versus subtitle plus voiceover, and the subtitle is of a full sentence. Okay, maybe you can compare this when you use the system in the lab. Okay, now go to Sister Jati. So this is how the system, as I mentioned just now, there are 3 processes: live streaming of the lecture, PC to process it using the large language model, and then live stream back.
You can use TEK-Lecture to support your on-demand video translation services. If you encounter a YouTube video that requires immediate translation, this tool is ideal. It can also be used for live event interpretation. The same platform serves both purposes. This is the system we developed to deliver TEK-Lecture services, enabling video translation, speech interpretation, and live streaming back to YouTube via OBS, Open Broadcaster software. With OBS, you can effortlessly stream any video displayed on your computer screen directly to YouTube. Suppose this is the video you want to translate, whether for a live event or not. You can simply capture it, translate it, and then stream it to YouTube Live. Viewers can then watch and listen to the live interpretation at YouTube using their handphones. This is the simplest and most cost-effective way to provide live interpretation support. You can interpret any video displayed on your computer by selecting the specific area you wish to capture. Since I'm using 2 speakers for input and output videos, we employ a virtual speaker for input video capture, and a timer to measure the delay between the original video and the interpreted output video, whether played locally or streamed via YouTube Live. Next, you can use the same facilities. Together with OCR and summarization to develop a new version as demonstrated here. Here, you can select background text, such as key points from a presenter's slides, process it, and display the translated text in orange above the subtitles. This way, you will be able to translate the background text, especially when the presenter is using slides. Additionally, you can periodically generate summaries. These are just some of the extra features available which you can use to refine the interpretation further. To ensure quality, an editing tool is also provided. Naturally, there will be some delay, making direct simultaneous interpretation impossible. However, this method is still more efficient than traditional consecutive interpretation, even though there is a delay. While automated processes, speech recognition or machine translation, may occasionally introduce errors, you can quickly correct them. For best results, a professional editor or proofreader can ensure fast and accurate revisions. The same approach works for other languages. If your language pair isn't directly supported, you can use English as a pivot language. For example, if no Thai to Vietnamese editor is available, you can first interpret from Thai to English, then from English to Vietnamese.
Okay, so this is a quick video showing the operation of the system, which you are going to play in the lab. Huh? So, as mentioned just now, in the lab, this is the lab, how does it look like? We have 30 copies of the system copy, but probably you won't be able to use all the computer. Maybe about 20% will be just right. Okay. Okay, so here I give a summary of the functionality of the system for three main usage. The first one is as an AI interpretation system, which can be either fully automatic, meaning you just let it run, or if you want to be sure that everything is correct, then you can also do quick editing before you broadcast the translated video. That is the editing panel just now for, and we call this as a co-pilot. It's up to you to decide how you want to use it to improve your interpretation's performance. So here we still need the interpreter to operate and deliver the interpretation. And probably at the beginning of the section, you probably have to do it manually because there is a delay of 1 or 2 minutes. So when you introduce a speaker, you don't want to have such a delay. You can just do manual interpretation. And toward the end of the section, in the question answering also, you probably don't want to use the AI. You, as an interpreter, will then take over the interpretation's job. So it's good to combine the interpreter's flexibility plus the AI at certain point when you think it's good to let the AI doing the job, then you just run the AI interpretation. So this is something where you have to practice to see how best you can use this system as your co-pilot. Okay? The second one is if you have a video, any video, either online or recorded in your computer, the system can translate automatically. But of course, if you want to publish the translated video, it's also best for you to edit it. You are also allowed to edit any transcription error. The text to speech sometimes, the speech to text sometimes may create error. So you use the editor panel to improve it, touch up. And then only you generate the final version of the translated video. So this will be good in a scenario where in the lecture, we will do the live interpretation if needed. If not, at least we record it down. Then after that, this recorded video, you can use Sister Chati to translate it into another language. Or if you don't want the translation, like just now, we can do English to English, meaning enhancement. You can actually use Sister Chati to polish up your script and then regenerate another video using the subtitle and voiceover to be shared to the student in case you don't really fully understood my lecture here, you can go back, still do a second watch from the whatever sharing platform. Maybe for me it's always YouTube. So you can go to YouTube and watch again, but improved version or translated version. So this is what the second function for. The third functionality provided by Sister Jati is when you have this recorded section, you have all the translation, all the voiceover, blah, blah. You probably want to consider replacing the video instead of showing whatever capture here. You just want to create a video by showing only the slide, clear slide. That is what most of the courseware is about. They just show the slide with the subtitle and okay, most of the time now it's a human reading it and the record, the human reading. But I would say probably it's clearer and easier to just use the AI. Now it's quite natural. The voiceover of the AI is quite natural, so you don't really need to torture your lecturer to go to a dark room and read and not good, read again. For those who have done the dubbing, you know how terrible is the process. Okay, so now AI can cut in this for you, either as a lecturer or as a trainer. In the corporate, when you want to provide training, the same thing happen. Okay, and at the end, the company normally want you to produce a good video so that next time, hopefully you don't need to come again. They will train based on the video. So it's not good. We will lost the opportunity to work. Okay, so I'm going to go a quick demo one by one of this, but then you will still have a chance to go to the lab, to go to your hands-on detail one. So the Copilot, okay, this is what I mentioned just now. Most of the professionals like us, we are going to talk more and more. And you're going to have YouTube video, more and more people presenting, more and more technical. So it's a bit challenging for interpreter to actually interpret also. And this is what normally the situation for most of the interpreter. Connected fatigue, complex terminology, and it's pretty nervous because there's no safety net. Once you are a bit too nervous, you don't know how to interpret, that's all. It will go. So the AI sometimes can be a backup for you. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to choose online YouTube video as an example to run the system. Hopefully it works. And now is where you want to watch your mobile phone. Okay, let's try a video with most of us who are not able to understand. Okay, this is how the interface looks like.
This is what you all need to do in your assignment, so please pay attention, yeah?
Okay, so as I mentioned just now, we use the VLC as the video player and the legacy Microsoft media player as the sound player. And here, based on this comment here, it is French. So maybe we won't be able to understand the original talk. And we go to what language?
English.
Yes. So that everybody can understand. So English is still good. And since many of the people here are gentlemen, I don't know, the one talking is female or male, but I just choose male. So you can choose male or female sound for the voiceover. And the speed, okay, later on you will know what this is for. Okay, then once you have the settings done, you just click start the system. Okay, for the PC is preferred. For notebook, sometimes is a bit overloaded, so it might cause problem. Hopefully there's no problem for this. Okay. So here from green, it changed to red, means really, standby, good. Then you can start the timer, but best is to check whether the directory is right or not. Okay, it's the right directory to record down. So this Movavi is what we use to capture the area of the video which we want to process. Okay. Maybe slow a bit down here. Okay, once everything is ready, the one which trigger or start the process is this red button. Once you start recording the video, the system will wait for 15 or 20 seconds to start chopping and process. So now I start. And the timer should start. If the timer don't run, that means something go wrong. Your setting is not right. So here I am doing a 20-second segmenting. Okay, if play as it, okay, if I...
qui est mauvais, and the 200 men to pick up one. Et donc on se pose la question puisque nous avons envoyé 200 hommes pour en...
Okay, so normally at the beginning, you will let the system play as it until when everything is ready, the organizer of the event asks you to start interpreting, then only you stop play original. Just now I make a small mistake, so I have to redo. Because here I didn't switch the speaker into the cable speaker. So if I were to continue, both sides will interfere. So now I have to stop the process. To stop the process, you just stop recording. And you can stop the timer also so that you know roughly when this side will finish. There is a gap, huh? Because the processing here definitely will be slower than the original. So there's a delay, which you can see from the timer here. Okay, I better switch the speaker. Okay, so in order to switch the speaker, this is the icon you have to click to choose the right speaker to be used. At the moment, I have many speakers, but I think I will use the cable so that it will not interfere, because cable will be quiet, but just record the sound only for processing. Okay, now if I play, you will listen nothing. There will be nothing. It's only a virtual speaker for me to capture the sound for processing only. Okay, now I stop everything. And then, okay, you will see there's an ID generated here. This will be the ID of the data captured for this section just now. So if you want to try a new section, you have to delete this ID. Otherwise, you will assume you want to process whatever already captured. So you just delete it, will do. Okay. And then you will start again. Okay, here is still starting, so you have to wait for a while. By the way, the timer, you always want to reset back to 00 if you start a new section. Okay, and then here, you click on the camera for you to select the area. Okay, if you don't know how to select the area, you just practice a bit more. Basically, is what you want to capture. Okay, when this comes out, that means it's standby, so you have to start the timer first. Huh? The timer will not count until you start capturing the video. So I play this video so that you will be able to see the original later on. Okay. Now it's still play original mode, huh? Until you stop play original, then only you go into the interpretation mode. So later on you will see whatever play here will be as capture here. So the delay is 27 seconds. So this also for you to decide whether the sound volume is good or not. You can still adjust. If you think that this is too soft. So that is also the purpose of play original. And it's also for you to check with your live streaming whether you can hear it, because here in the live streaming you have to make sure you choose the right speaker to live stream, otherwise you will hear nothing. So the play original is good for you to check everything, stand by. Okay, now go, interpret.
Les deux membres d'équipage se sont éjectés de l'aéronef et ont survécu. Was asked to make a decision. Immédiatement été demandé de prendre une décision. J'ai ordonné aux forces américaines de faire ce qui était nécessaire.
I think that is a disturbing somewhere.
Moi, je gagnais à la maison une décision risquée, c'est la même, parce que nous aurions pu finir avec 100 morts au lieu de 1 ou 2. Donc c'est un choc aérien. Mais l'armée américaine ne laisse aucun soldat derrière. Quelques heures, 21 aéronefs ont été déployés par l'armée de l'air. Certains ont volé à très faible altitude, ils ont reçu des tirs. On peut être...
Okay, when you place start play original, you want to see also the timing. So I place it at around 1 minute 35 seconds. That's why this is the starting point of interpretation. So here the original still go, but this one is preparing the result. So you are normally going to have around 1 to 2 minutes delay to get the result.
There were no soldiers at the rear. Within a few hours, 21
in English
were deployed by the Air Forces.
And there will be a pause. So if you want it to be more smooth, you probably want to stop.
And came under fire.
to let the
At that
system
height,
process more.
there is a risk of being hit by the weapons of opposing forces. They carried out a 7-hour flight in broad daylight over Iran and encountered intense enemy resistance. A helicopter was hit by projectiles. It's impressive to see how efficient these devices are. No other equipment can match ours, or even come close. Our Army is the most powerful in the world by far.
Okay, so I pause it. I hope it still works. I pause it so that I allow the system to process more segments before I broadcast it, so that it won't be one sentence and stop for 1 second or two, then only another sentence. That is not conducive for understanding. Anyway, there is a delay already. So delay of 1 minute, 2 minutes versus 3 minutes, there is not much difference, especially when the talk is 1 or 2 hours. Such a delay is not really critical. Important is clearliness of the speech, the interpretation for understanding. So now I resume, or I can play from the beginning if I were to restart, either way.
The crews and pilots on board
now
took
it's
exceptional risks
continuous.
to help their comrades. They managed to locate the position of the F-15 pilot. He was evacuated from the hostile area by an H-60 Jelly Green, a remarkable helicopter, while our troops were facing enemy fire, including at very close range. It's impressive when you look at all these machines to note that no one was injured.
It is still lag behind because of the processor is slow. If I use a fast computer, it will be just nice.
Had managed to land at a considerable distance from the
No, my computer
Even with
processor.
one ejects almost simultaneously in only 2 or 3 seconds, it is possible to land several kilometers apart because everything happens extremely quickly.
So now you can use this system to listen to Japanese news or French news. That is what I do most of the time.
An area heavily controlled by elements of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, IRGC, as well as by members of the army, militias, and local authorities.
Okay, so if you want to stop
Moreover, local authorities
stop capturing, well, stop everything. So this is the button you want to know. Huh? This is the most important button you want to learn.
Despite all these dangers, the officer
This will
applied
stop the recording, and you can export the video recorded if you want. And you better stop the timer also so that you know this is where it stopped. So this one will still continue because we have processed about 6 minutes. Here is only 3+ minutes. So this will continue until 6 something to stop.
It is advisable to move away as much as possible, since it is toward that area that the opposing forces will probably head.
And the speed of it depends on a lot of factors. Of course, the critical one is my computer is too slow. Also, the network, internet speed, whether is it fast enough or not. Okay, so if you want to provide a service, make sure you have a good computer and subscribe to the high-speed broadband.
And managed to inform the American forces of its position.
Here is very slow.
A signaling device, a piece of high-tech equipment.
I think the lab computer is better, but also not very better because the memory is only 8 gig. Most of the computer now is at least 16 gig, above 16 gig.
And allow him to be rescued.
But anyway, it's good enough to listen to translated video. You can watch your mobile phone. That is what suppose you are going to watch in the real situation.
He kept making progress on that mountain. The climb was becoming increasingly difficult, and it was also very complicated to locate.
Okay, anyway, if you want to enjoy again, let me stop and start again.
Mobilized 100 aircraft, including for bombers, several fighter jets, 13 rescue aircraft, and other types of aircraft.
Because I record down everything, I can now replay and whatever.
21 aircraft were deployed by the Air Forces. Some flew at very low altitude and came under fire. At that height, there is a risk of being hit by the weapons of opposing forces. They carried out a 7-hour flight in broad daylight over Iran and encountered intense enemy resistance. A helicopter was hit by projectiles. It's impressive to see how efficient these devices are. No other equipment can match ours, or even come close. Our Army is the most powerful in the world, by far. The crews and pilots on board took exceptional
Okay, so this
risks
is
to
a
help their
replay.
comrades. They managed to locate the position of the F-15 pilot. He was evacuated from the hostile area by an H-60 Jelly Green, a remarkable helicopter, while our troops were facing enemy fire, including at very close range. It's impressive when you look at all these machines to note that no one was injured. Meanwhile, the second crew member, the navigator and weapons system operator, the NASO, a highly respected colonel, had managed to land at a considerable distance from the pilot.
Okay, so since this has been captured in my computer, after the lecture, after the live event, I can go back and change this to Edit Plus. Okay, you make sure you stop the process, not just stop the recording, but also stop the process at the end. And then you can start again with the Edit Plus. That will enable you to see the transcription and the translation. And here I'm using MPC video player for playing the video. Okay, this is the editor, which you can. So here you will listen to the original voice, and this is the transcription, and this is the translation for this. And below, I also give you the next sentence as a context for you to see. So if anything goes wrong, you just edit here or edit here. Depends you want to edit the transcription or the translation. Okay, then go to next. Okay, that means set this to the headphone. Okay, then you can hear clearer.
Donc ils ont volé pendant 7 heures en plein jour, en camp. Ils ont été confrontés à des feux de nourrice, de l'hélice, des armées. Il y a un hélicoptère qui a reçu des balles, c'est incroyable.
Okay, in French, so most of us won't be able to check. You probably can only check the translation.
Excellent, personne n'a le matériel que nous avons. Personne ne s'en rapproche. Tout ça. L'armée la plus puissante dans le monde, et de loin. L'équipage, les pilotes qui étaient d'abord ont pris des risques extraordinaires pour secourir leurs frères d'armes.
Okay, whatever changes here, it will change to the translation and also the voiceover. Then you can replay again.
There were no soldiers at the rear. Within a few
Okay,
hours, 21 aircraft
so that is how you edit after the recording, after the event. But if you are quick enough, you can do the recording
They carried
on the
out a
spot.
7-hour flight in broad daylight
That you have to go very fast, huh?
and encountered
Maybe the delay instead of the 2 to 3 minutes now become 4 or 5 minutes or 6 minutes. But again, if it's for a 1 or 2 hour talk, 6, 7 minutes is still fine. Because most of the interpretation,
took exceptional risks to help their comrades.
you can stop and resume. Most of the interpretation section nowadays, they are doing not simultaneous interpretation, they are doing consecutive interpretation. As an interpretation student, you should know the difference of these two, right? Consecutive interpretation is very bad for me because it doesn't run simultaneous. So when I give a talk, I have to make sure that after 3 minutes, I stop and let the interpreter take over. And I'm waiting for 3 minutes, then only I continue. By the time I continue, I lost the momentum already. Normally when I talk, I have the momentum to go and go. The listener also follow my momentum. So it is always good to let the speaker to continue smooth and use their native language. And for those who need interpretation, you probably use your mobile phone to watch at the same venue, or you will prepare another room for you to enjoy in your native language. But 5 or 10 minutes slower, meaning when finished, you have to wait for them for another 5 or 10 minutes to join together for Q&A. So that is the possible setting using this AI with some delay. Okay, so this I basically show you interpretation based on the YouTube video. Of course, if I use this directly, I also can switch on the camera. And basically, I'm giving talk here. You're going to listen in your handphone now. My talk in the live streaming. But because I didn't switch on my Sister Chati, of course you will listen to my original voice. But no problem for me to now using Sister Chati to capture this video and translate it into other language and live stream to whatever. So here, OBS can do live streaming, but if you don't want to use OBS live streaming, you can also use this Movavi live streaming. Because used by this, so they are not allowed. Okay. Okay, the camera, you have to be very careful. Where's the camera? Where's the camera? Okay, stop. Somewhere is using my camera. Okay, anyway, Movavi also can serve as a camera. So instead of using the YouTube video, you can use Movavi to capture the whatever display here and interpret it. Okay, so there are many possible ways for you to serve the interpretation of an event. And I notice now everybody is too tired, no point talking anymore. I think what you need to know from here, most of the thing you know already. What next you have to do is go to the lab and play with the system, with the slot allocated.